Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're Ladero and Danielle Hart. And we want to talk about what was it hard going from non-kosher food to kosher food, and was it hard learning how to keep Shabbat?
So for Ladero and I, as far as when it came to eating non-kosher foods, it wasn't that hard for us to transition. And the reason why is because Ladero and I, we disciplined ourselves for 5 years. Our entire family actually disciplined themselves for 5 years. And we went vegan. We went vegan, we went alkaline vegan, and we went raw vegan. So yeah, those are some extreme.
Yeah, we went to the extreme.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say for us, to be honest with you, it almost prepared us to go kosher, right? To understand how to transition into that. And that's because we were limited. Ladero and I, we were limited to the restaurants we ate at.
Yep.
We didn't even eat out often because of that, especially when we went alkaline and we went raw. There wasn't a lot of restaurants that have that option to say, hey, this is actually an alkaline and then this is a raw. We had like one restaurant we went to that was actually a raw vegan restaurant. That was amazing.
Bomb, downtown LA.
It was in downtown LA. That helped us so much to transition into being able to eat kosher. And of course, we had our favorite foods that we did like to eat out.
Thai food. Listen, this Thai food, let me tell you, let me lean forward. This Thai food, that's in LA. Listen to me. It was the greasiest noodle with the peanut sauce. Then you put the sriracha on it. Crazy.
And then there was a lot of like vegan burger joints that we love to go to. I mean, there was so many vegan options in LA that when we first started out vegan, you know, that's when we did kind of eat out.
Yeah.
But then we got more discipline and more discipline and more discipline as far as what we were eating and where we were eating from. So that is what limited us, and it actually prepared us for kosher.
Yep.
Now, I'm sure they're wondering, like, are we still vegan?
So I'll tell you the story. So we got invited over one of our good friends' house in our community for a kiddish luncheon. And so basically you have a lunch, you have a meal after the Shabbat service on Saturday. And so we got invited. This was last year, right? Mm-hmm. So we got invited over the house sometime last year. And like, this family is known for just like throwing down in the kitchen. I mean, they have just the craziest foods, and it's just like, they have like this infinite kitchen. You know, it's just like food just keep coming out, right? So we went there thinking we about to be strong, right? We thinking we about to, you know, we just gonna have some salad. You know, we just gonna have maybe some noodles or something.
Well, they were so sweet because we asked and we were like, oh, well, we're vegan, by the way. And they're like, we're good. We got salads. You guys we have chips and some rice. There's definitely something that you guys can have. We always have something for everybody. So we were like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, they're accommodating us. And so that was our thoughts of going over there. It's like, wow, we're going over vegan.
Yeah, strong. we were committed. We were like, yo, we standing strong with this commitment. And so then they start bringing little stuff out, and then they brought out this orange chicken situation, and we looking at it like, okay, we're looking at each other.
Our kids are looking at it, and they're like, Ima, Abba, this looks really good.
Yep. And so we were looking at each other, and we were like, okay, this might be the day.
And we also said it's kosher. It's all good.
And so I think I was maybe the first one to bite into it. Now here's the thing: we were actually nervous though, because we were vegan for so long. How long were we vegan?
5 years.
We were vegan for 5 years, and so we thought that if we ate some meat, we were gonna get sick. So that was always a fear of ours. And so I'm like super nervous. I'm cutting the chicken, and I'm thinking, I'm like, shoot, my stomach about to hurt. But I'm so hungry, and this food looks good, right? And then we were also thinking, we were like, okay, maybe we're not gonna get sick because the food is holy. You know what I mean? So that was it. So I bit into it, and it was like scrumptious. Like, it was just.
Yeah. So I watched him take that bite, and I was like, how do you feel? And he was like,
I feel good.
I feel great. Actually, nothing hurts. And I was like, okay. So then I did it. And then our kids looked at us, of course, eating it. And they're like, well, I'm going to eat it too. And so they ate it. So I think from that point, we knew that we're probably going to be going to more houses, being invited to more Shabbos dinners, kiddushes, and we're going to be limited on our options. And so we looked at each other and was like, we probably should change our diet.
Yep.
And some people might be like, oh my gosh, you guys didn't have to. There's Jewish people that are vegan, which we know. We actually met lots of people that are vegan, or at least, you know, just pescatarian, right? So we met all different levels of people's, you know, I guess the way that they eat, right? And so for us, I think it was just our decision, and we were kind of like, just ready to eat meat. Our kids were at this point of wanting, you know, I'll hear my son say, man, I just miss chicken. I was like, well, you can eat chicken. I can make it for you, right? I can make it for you anytime. But then he'll go, no, because they didn't see us eat it. So guys, you are always the example to your children, right? I think that, you know, by them seeing us do it, they felt comfortable doing it because they actually wanted to do it.
It was a home run for them. They were like, oh, finally. Right? They put that chicken in their mouth, and it was just like, all right, give me some steak now. Give me some, you know. So, listen, let me backtrack. For those who are like strong vegans and stuff, listen, don't come after us, okay? Don't judge us. Don't be mad. We're not talking down on being vegan. We support it.
My brother is actually vegan for 20 years, and he's actually a big reason why we went down that road. And we, you know, we love, you know, people who choose to be vegan. We love people who choose to be whatever, you know, they want to do as far as with their diet. But for Ladero and I, you know, we still would, you know, can make a vegan meal, or, you know, choose to have something that's vegan and still love it. But our decision was to implement meat for Shabbos.
That's our journey, and that's what we've been on. It's our journey. Don't judge us. Don't come after us. Don't come after our heads, right? We cool, okay? We cool. That's our journey, transitioning from non-kosher food to kosher foods. It wasn't that hard for us at all, because we were kind of already prepared for it. So next question, was it challenging learning how to keep Shabbat? So yes and no. Working on the weekend is a big deal. And so once we started this journey, it did take me a little bit to really learn how to get in that frame of mind that God is going to take care of me and my family. It took me some time to really get in that frame of mind that by not working on that Friday night and that Saturday, I wasn't going to be lacking. Yeah. It was a trust journey, a faith journey for me. And I mean, it didn't take me long to be able to get in that frame of mind. It was something that I had to really, really adjust to, because you know, we didn't grow up Jewish, and so working all the time and then having to stop to trust, that wasn't how I grew up.
And I think for him too, being the provider for the household, that's what was the challenge mentally, is because he's like, okay, this is my money day. Like, this is the day that it's so busy. So understanding, like he said, that, you know, Hashem's got him. He's going to take care of him. God's got him. And he doesn't have to worry about that day, knowing it's such a holy day that everything is already taken care of. But understanding, too, of how powerful that day is. Why wouldn't he take care of you of any other day of the week, right? But not being raised Jewish and understanding, we still had a lot of that mental learning, and that was both of us. I mean, that was even me saying like, oh my, you know, this is your busiest times, and this is going to affect us. But so we had to really kind of adjust, learn, understand more, and trust.
That's right. So learning the laws of Shabbat are very, very extensive. And so, I mean, we're still learning in our process right now. And as a Jew, you're forever learning. And so, but I think adjusting, like learning how to implement this new way of setting up your kitchen, you know, having to kosher these utensils and these items, and making sure that you're not mixing milk with meat and all these different things, you know. And so
it's a lot to still learn, and we're still learning that, which I love that he said, like, it's gonna be ongoing, and it should be. I think even halakhically, it tells us to study the laws of Shabbat, continuously. You should be actually studying on Shabbos laws, right? Yep. And so we actually have a book that's, Learn Shabbos in 3 minutes, right? Is that the title? Yeah.
Something like that.
It's something about Shabbos in 3 minutes. And we definitely really try to implement that and do that on Shabbos. And we read it together, with our kids, talk about some of those things so that we know what to, really prepare ourselves for when it comes to Shabbos laws.
It's very important that we learn and we study and understand Shabbat laws, because we don't want to be in a position to where we're transgressing because we don't know.
Exactly.
Right? How come we don't know? The only reason we're not going to know is if we don't apply ourselves to study. Mm-hmm. And so that's why it's so important that we do have an understanding, and we know what to do, we know what not to do, we know how to we know about separating plates, and we got these plates for here, we got these utensils and the spoons for here, this is our pizza oven, all these different things. We need to make sure that we're knowledgeable, right, so that we're not walking around in error because we're being lazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's an ongoing journey. It's amazing, mm-hmm. right? Shabbat is something that we look forward to every single week.
Absolutely.
It is the most beautiful time, and obviously, because we're not Jewish yet, we can't keep Shabbat 100%. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so, but since we live in a community, we shut down on Friday. We're we shut down on Friday. Me and my son, we drive over to our shul, leave our car there, right? We have service, then we walk back home with everyone, and then in the morning time, we kind of get up together, we go, and it's this whole beautiful thing, and it's something that it's about family. We have beautiful kiddish luncheons at our shul, and it's something that is beautiful. We look forward to every single day. It's a happy time, it's a joyous time, but it's also sometimes it's a chaotic time. And maybe we'll do another video on that, and we talk about what does Shabbos prep look like for real. Like on a Friday, she's in the kitchen and she's cooking while we got our little ones running around, and it gets kind of wild sometimes, right? So just learning how to adapt and make sense of that, but it's part of it.
Yeah, we're learning to have lots of patience and going into Shabbat smoothly, and not going into it with anger, right? Yeah. So that's something that our family is definitely working on, because it can get chaotic with all of our kids. So just understanding that we can only control what we can control, and not let the small things, really get to us. Yeah. But one thing I can say that I love about, Shabbos is, for me as the woman, to be able to prepare such a beautiful meal for my family, right? To elevate the food. When I am actually making my challah, that's one of my favorite things to do. My favorite things about Shabbos is making the challah. And I'd always do a 6 braided challah, which I absolutely love. But the power behind me preparing that challah too. There's prayers that I say every time that I make challah. I dedicate the challah to either a family member, or to something that's going on, or somebody. So it means a lot. It's very, very special. And I think it's something that I definitely don't take lightly when it comes to Shabbos.
Shabbos is a gift. It is a gift to the Jewish people. And it's something that blows our mind a lot of times when we really think about how beautiful this day is. It's a 25-hour time period where basically the Jews unplug from the world and plug into spirituality, and it's about their family, and they have this time, and it's almost like we're in our own little world, and
yeah.
we don't have really no worries. Like, we don't really know what's going on outside of Shabbat. It's like once we come out of Shabbat, then you turn life back on, or you cut your phones on, and you're like, oh my gosh, well, what's really going on, right? It's just this beautiful thing. And we just want to make sure that we never take it for granted.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that. That's so important.
We want to make sure that we never take it for granted, and that we cherish it every single week. It's something that, like, every day we should be looking forward to getting back to Shabbos. Right now we're filming this, and it's Motzi Shabbos, right? So after Shabbos, right, Saturday night, we should be anticipating Shabbat again, right? It's like tomorrow, okay, we almost there again, right? Let's start preparing. Let's start getting the house together.
Yeah.
Let me put the candles in already. Just doing something every day to work toward this beautiful holy time of the week.
Yeah, it's definitely something we work on in our household, and prepping our older kids are the ones that really help with. As far as during the weekday, what do we do? Like the day after Shabbos, I might wash our tablecloth, right? Yeah. That's like one of our first things. And then every single day it's something like do the laundry, start preparing, small things of like the bathrooms, and so every single day there's something that we're working on, our kids are working on. Yeah. To bring in that special day that's just for the Jews.
Yeah. So that's it. So if you enjoy our content, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share it, do all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. It really helps our channel. Be sure to check out some of these videos right here, and we'll see you in the next one.